and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nikki Kirk and I've been selling on Amazon doing retail arbitrage for 7 years now. Just hit that 7-year anniversary. And today I'm taking you sourcing here in Oklahoma. We're going to do the whole sourcing trip on this video. It is going to be 101 degrees today, so this will be interesting. And I just turned the car off, just turned the AC off, and I'm already heating up. So there might be just short in between clips so that I don't sweat to death. So my first store of the day is almost always Walmart because they open earliest. And so I hit up Walmart. It's also like on the way, so it cuts the drive in half because I did drive quite a ways this morning. So right now they still have back to school out, but you can tell they're getting ready for Halloween because they have the little Halloween decorations up already. So I did kind of scan some backpacks and lunch boxes, mainly like the thermos ones and the more like standout-ish characters like Squishmallow backpacks. I didn't find any, and that's pretty typical at Walmart because they're kind of in and out so fast that by the time someone creates a listing, it doesn't really have a rank, and then you can't find them anymore. The other thing with backpacks that happened that was new this year, which is really annoying because normally back to school backpacks are my jam. Like I do a lot of profit in them. And so this year it's kind of like I'm not even participating in a back to school, which sucks because of those toy compliant, well, they're not toy. They sometimes happen for toy, but the compliance documents, those safety tests for backpacks. So they get taken down pretty much instantaneously, and so that's why a lot of them also aren't online. So anyways, even if I did happen to find any that were worth it, I would be FBMing them because if they get pulled, then I could just return them to the store. So anyways, I scanned a couple, didn't find any. So from there, I usually I have a couple items that I replant in the health and beauty aisle. So I went over there and I was just scanning random things. This is a new brand that stood out to me and I wanted to highlight it as a potential way to spot IPs or potential IPs, even if you don't have IP alert. IP alert is super helpful. I use it all the time when I'm sourcing, mainly in the beauty and health category because that's where a lot of the IPs come from. And you just enter an ASIN. It not only tells you if it's meltable, but it tells you if they're known to issue IPs. So in this example, the first one I scanned, it has like 3 sellers on it, but it wasn't gated. Then I scanned, but it didn't make any money. So then I went and I scanned another one by that same brand, and you can see it's gated and there's only 1 seller, which is the brand. And that is a telltale sign that you will get an IP if it's only the brand. Sometimes you can get away with it. I would never undercut the brand's pricing. So if you have a repricer, turn it off on the brands on the products where there's brand on it, because undercutting the brand is why brands issue IPs and don't allow us to sell on Amazon, because they have a brand value. Their product is worth something. And if we degrade it by undercutting their price, undercutting the other seller's price, that leads to brands not allowing their products to be sold on Amazon. So if you're wondering why that happens, it's because we're undercutting the brand. It's just like, I don't understand why people don't understand that. So just hopefully that helps you understand why it's bad to price tank. Besides the fact that you're losing out on replens and losing out on profit, you're just degrading the whole ecosystem of selling on Amazon, and that's why brands don't like us. It's really hard to do wholesale and get a brand to let you buy their stuff because of so many years of Amazon sellers doing what they do. Anyways, so if you happen to see that the brand is on the listing and it's gated, that's pretty much even on that other one, should it have been able to make profit, I wouldn't even risk selling it because the brand is on it and they've gated their other ones. So it's only a matter of time before either they gate this one or they issue IPs. And then I always just like to remind you to ask for approval on everything. So I asked approval on this item, even though it doesn't make any profit. I just always like to go through and make sure I can get approved. You'll often be automatically approved with it versus the other one, which I was not. It asked for an invoice. That means you'd have to go get an invoice. I do have ungating guides. They still work. They have multiple suppliers in them. So if you need help getting ungated, be sure to check out my website, yoursellingguide.com, and grab those guides. There's a toy guide. There is topical, grocery, OTC. There's guides for whatever you need to help get ungated in. I probably have a guide for that. So check it out at yoursellingguide.com. So over at Walmart, I mostly got some clearance toys and regular price toys that were on an end cap. It took a while to scan them all, so that's your only hint. But they make good profit, so that's kind of exciting for those ones. And then the clearance ones, I don't do a lot of clearance toys at Walmart because what happens is other sellers, again, talking price tanking, they all go, oh, look, I have more room to undercut and win the buy box, and that's not how it works. So if it was selling for more, you could just make more profit, even though you got it cheaper. But because that's not how every seller works, things that go on clearance at Walmart, especially on the grand scheme when they're resetting their aisles for the next season, so they're getting ready for Q4 right now, so they're getting rid of everything that's not going to be there anymore, which in a normal world, I think normal people think, oh wow, you can no longer get it at Walmart, that means the price is going to go up, so I'm going to get it for cheaper and it's going to go up. But what happens instead is that it goes down because all those sellers decide to undercut the price, and so it goes down, 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 and it takes a very long time for it to come back up. It could take a whole year for it to come back up just because the amount of items that were at Walmart at clearance all over the country. Even though your Walmart only has 2 or 3, that's 2 or 3 across the country with a lot of sellers. So just be careful at Walmart. The items I did get, they kind of have higher ranks, which kind of keeps them safer, and there's like a lot of bundle opportunities with one of them, so I can put them on a lot of listings. So that's just one thing to watch out for. I don't recommend holding stuff for Q4. Just sell it now. It makes money now, sell it now, flip that money a couple times and make even more profit versus holding and trying to guess if something's going to do well. I don't even know how long I've been sitting here. 10 minutes, I'm already starting to sweat. So this is my last piece of advice for Walmart before I head over to Ollie's. So this is a risky toy listing. I thought it was a great opportunity to show you. So it's these little tiny things. They're like individual, but on the listing, it has all of them in one photo. And it says, styles might vary, you're only going to get one. But there's going to be so many consumers who don't notice that and think they're getting all of it. So I wouldn't list on this item for that reason. Anything that's kind of confusing to you, even if you're like, I'm smart and I get it, if it's a little bit and maybe people won't get it, that's a risky listing and probably going to get returned. And so it might not be worth it for you. All right, I'm heading into Ollie's next. And then I've got another Walmart, TJ Maxx, a discount store. There's actually another discount store I might check out here, and I don't have high hopes for them, but we shall see. Okay, we are gonna try something different. The car's running, the AC's on, and I'm really hoping that it takes the sound out of this, or that my editing skills can take the sound out, because it's far too hot. I literally just a second ago had sweat dripping into my eye because it's so hot. It took quite a long time to load up the truck with all this stuff. So I went to Ollie's and I got 2 carts, so that's awesome. I spent $1,300 there, I think a little bit more, after my 10% and my tax exempt, and I got a lot of good stuff. So here are some of the health and beauty items that I found, and I'm going to try and talk slower because normally when I do this I overlay it and then I have to do them flashing real fast. Anyways, so here are some bolos I shared in the group. If you're not in the bolo group, you definitely want to join, because not only are sellers like myself in there every day sharing leads that we're finding throughout the month, but every day there's so many questions and dialogue and just things all Amazon going on. So I know that you're going to learn a lot of stuff in the bolo group. At Ollie's, I did find an item that I thought might be a hazmat because there was only 1 or 2 FBM sellers. I can't remember at this point, but there was only FBM sellers, which to me says, hey, this might be hazmat. And so all you have to do is go ahead and pull up Seller Central in your web browser. So like you're on the desktop computer, laptop, whatever, but you just pull it up in your web browser and then you log in and you search in the search bar hazmat. You guys, if you're not using that Seller Central search bar like Google, you are missing out, because you can answer a lot of your own questions straight from Amazon just by searching in that search bar. But if you look up hazmat, then you pop up, look up an ASIN. Now it does take a little bit for whatever reason. I have to hit search twice, but then once it processed and searched, and then it says this is not dangerous goods, so I can send it in to Amazon. Shouldn't be a problem. For whatever reason, there's just one, but normally that's a key indicator that could be hazmat when there's only FBM or meltable. So here's a grocery item for you that it could be or it is meltable, so you have to FBM it, but makes a couple dollars here at Ollie's. At Ollie's, I mostly got just beauty and personal care type items with some grocery items, so I feel pretty confident about that trip. And then I went over to the Liquidator store, and it wasn't open. It's only open on, I guess, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I don't source on the weekends, so I won't be hitting that up. And then I went over to the other Liquidator store, and I spent $1,500. I got a bunch of discontinued items. So here they are, blurred of course, but I'm super excited. I can't wait to see how much profit. I know you already saw it in the thumbnail, but I don't have a clue, and I think it's going to be a pretty solid shipment, so I'm excited. Literally the back of the truck is full. Like I have the roll down covery thingy, which I got specifically for sourcing. I put a deposit hold on a 2023 Chevy Tahoe. I got along with my business, and I cannot wait for that thing to come, because it, first of all, would be auto starting, so I could be cooling down while I'm packing, and it has so much room. I would be able to fit it all beautifully. So that should be in hopefully by the time this video comes out. They said like 4 weeks, so I'm really looking forward to that. Haven't had a new car since I was 14, and this is gonna be not 14, 18, which was in 2004, so I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, that will be the most fanciest car I've ever had, because I'm pretty sure that other car I had a CD player, and this truck is not all that fancy. And yeah, one funny thing that I saw in this Liquidator store is these resume little folder things. How exciting that we never ever have to use that again, unless you want to, of course. But I just am like, oh, so glad I left that behind. So glad I left behind dressing up for work every day, although I do miss having new shoes to wear all the time. I have new shoes, I just don't wear them. But anyways, I do not miss that office 9-to-5 life at all. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Walmart and TJ Maxx, and that is kind of it for this trip, because first of all, only the front seat is really available anymore. I don't think I'll get that much at those two stores, but I will check back in at the end. Well, I did it. I survived the heat. I'm sticky with sweat everywhere. The seat is totally full next to me. It really feels like Q4, so that's exciting, because Q4 is like a couple months away at this point, because it's still July. And yeah, so Walmart was uneventful. I got a couple more toys, nothing really to write home about there. Then I came over to TJ Maxx. I actually ended up spending like $650 at TJ Maxx, so I got a lot of good stuff, a bunch of replens. One thing I wanted to show, so listen up, new sellers, I'm talking to you, and some of you experienced sellers as well. So here is an example of a replen that I could have I could have got 11 of them today, but look what's going on. So you can see here the featured offer is $17, but then when you scroll down, you see all these new sellers. I can tell they're new because it says just launched, or one review, or a very small amount of reviews. They're all tanking the price. They're not even in the buy box, because the buy box is 17 and they're all listed at 13 and under 17. I don't know why. I don't understand it at all. They're actually losing money. because I guarantee you they got it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and so they paid the same price I paid. It really sucks because I could have, like I said, replanned 11 of them. So here was the price that I got it for, that I sent it in 2 weeks ago, just 2 weeks ago, and this has already happened, and it's really, 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 really dumb. And these same people who are losing money, not even cutting even, losing money, are the same people who are going to tell me in 6 months from now that they're going to come to my channel and comment, Nikki, it doesn't work, she's lying, she's trying to scam you, I lost money, it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work when you do it like that. It doesn't make any sense to me. So it does work. Everyone wants a replan. That's what I don't get. Everyone's always asking, how do you find a replan? It's not about finding it. I found a bunch today, but if the price tanking happens, it's no longer a replan. So it's about keeping a replan. We could all be selling it at $21.99 and all be making money. I don't understand the competition, the selfishness. It doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, that's my little rant on that, which is a real shame because, again, $66 of profit I could have got from that one item. Literally could have run in and gone out, made $66 today if that was nothing else that I got. So at this point, I'm going to head home and grab dinner on the way, and I am going to just give you like a nice little ocean sound or something. I'm going to fill something in here with what happens after I pack everything up and send it to Amazon with the profit. Spoiler alert, it was probably in the thumbnail, so you probably already know, but I don't know. Whoa. So I have to hold the camera now because it keeps falling over. But anyways, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do me a huge favor and subscribe. And I will see you back here for another Amazon selling video.